First venture into space, two American astronauts are poised and waiting to add a new dimension to space travel. John Young and Bob Crippen are in the cockpit of the Space Shuttle Columbia, ready to ride her into orbit and fly her back to Earth. The computer problem that scrubbed the shuttle's launch on Friday, all those problems have been resolved, and the countdown is moving evenly toward a blast-off about 20 minutes from now. This first true spaceship, not a capsule, leaves Earth exactly 2 decades after the Russian cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin in Vostok 1 became the first man to enter space, and it leaves from the same launch pad, 39A, at the Kennedy Space Center, from which Neil Armstrong in Apollo 11 left to put man's first step on the moon.
This is a CBS News special report. Wings in Space, the first flight of the shuttle. This portion is sponsored by the Bell System, putting its knowledge to work for your business in the information age. Is Dan Rather.
It's an absolutely beautiful day at the Kennedy Space Center. The weather is even better than the planners of this morning's launch had hoped for. The countdown has been proceeding smoothly, every bit as smoothly as it was on Friday morning when the launch was originally scheduled. You recall we got down to within 9 minutes of a possible launch on Friday morning before that computer problem developed. No sign of any computer problem this morning. No sign of any hitch in the countdown at all. You can see this shot of with the sun low but coming up over the horizon. And one reason we wanted to show you that photograph is to indicate that once Columbia gets a liftoff and gets up, it may be a particularly good morning to see the entrails of the space shot. Perhaps even better than was the case on Friday morning. There you see the countdown clock proceeding, 17, 19, 18 seconds, counting on down.
T-minus 40 seconds and counting. The development flight instrumentation recorders are on. T-minus 35 seconds. We're just a few seconds away from switching to the redundant sense sequencer. T-minus 27 seconds. We have gone for redundant set sequencer start. T-minus 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15, 14, 13, T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We've gone for main engine start. We have main engine start. America's first space shuttle. And the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Roger, roll. Roger.
Right now they're going through the time when they have the maximum air pressure.
Columbia, Houston, you're go at throttle up.
Roger, go at throttle up.
Roger, Columbia, on the nice ride. You're lofting a little bit. You'll probably be slightly high at staging. Columbia, you're negative seats.
That says that Columbia, the altitude is too high for ejection seat use.
Columbia, your go for SRB SEP.
2 minutes, 4 seconds, standing by for SRB SEP confirmation.
Roger on the SEP, Columbia.
Mark, 2 minutes, 20 seconds, confirm solid rocket booster SEP.
Takeoff initiate.
Mark, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. On-board guidance is converging as programmed. Columbia is now steering for its precise window in space for main engine cutoff. Mark, 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Columbia now 39 nautical miles in altitude, 42 nautical miles downrange. Mark, 2 minutes, 50 seconds.
Columbia, you're looking a little hot. All your calls will be a little early.
Okay.
Columbia now has 2-engine rotor
Map looks good here.
Roger.
3 minutes. Young and Crippen really moving out now. Velocity now reading 6,200 feet per second. Mark, 3 minutes, 15 seconds. Columbia now 51 nautical miles in altitude, 66 nautical miles downrange. Velocity now reading 6,500 feet per second. Mark, 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Columbia now 55 nautical miles in altitude, 78 nautical miles downrange. Mark, 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Standing by for a return status check and mission control by Flight Director Neil Hutchinson. Columbia given a green to continue. Mark, 3 minutes, 55 seconds, standing by for a press to MECO, which says Columbia should lose 1 inch.
As the spacecraft reaches into orbit and prepares to make its first circular orbit of the Earth, we'll say that our CBS News coverage of the flight, and we can now say flight of spacecraft Columbia, will continue after this pause for station identification.